What's up? This is Rico, and we're at episode 3, and we're doing the 2-bus. So let's get rocking here. Let's take a listen to our track right now from the beginning. This is our mix down, or at least the levels that I have chosen for each one of these tracks. I've also bounced them all down from the group tracks into a separate project, just to save on processing speed. So we'll take a listen to it till the drop, and then we'll go to the 2-bus and we'll show you where it's going. Alright, so let's look at our 2-bus here. Okay, I've done some EQ. We'll get to that in a minute. First thing we're going to talk about is this mono filter right here. Click this on. This new gem plugin is fantastic. You could also do this with Ozone by Isotope, but I prefer this plugin. Saves on resources. So what's doing here is at 100 hertz, it's making everything underneath that mono, and then it's slowly bringing it back to stereo at 200. So let's click this track again. You can see what the stereo is happening here. Good, so all this is doing is solidifying the bass. Excellent. Okay, next thing I've done here is I've added the Waves SSL compressor. It's a bus compressor. Let's take a look at it. Okay, we got a threshold here of about 9, talk of 3 milliseconds, release of about 0.6 milliseconds, ratio of 2, and I got about 3 dB of gain happening here, reduction, which is what I want. And notice I've applied no makeup gain. None whatsoever. Let's go back to this. So if you see here, it's still floating around -12. Okay, that's good because we want to leave lots of headroom for when we master this. Good. Okay. The final thing we're going to do here is the EQ. Now I want to show you something with this Vuxangle Span plugin. I'm going to play that track again, and I want you to look at the EQ curve here. You see that dip? That's not good. So that's why I've applied this shelf here and this bump here. So we'll take a listen to this track again. And the reason for this is that your EQ curve should go from bass up high and slope down very gentle, like a bunny hill for a skier. Very low slope going down. So let's listen to it again. Getting better. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's not the greatest curve, but it's pretty well close to being flat with you know, a high peak around 60-100 hertz. But I'm happy with that. We can do some alterations in the mastering session. And one more final thing, like I said right here, my master output is roughly around between -10 and -6 always, so that I have lots of room to play with when I master. So, Rico, I'm out, and I will see you in the mastering session. Clara.